Hey everyone, if you guys didn't watch my last video, my name is Jack and I live in Philadelphia. So let's go over my results. So my Earth overshoot day is May 27th. If everyone lived the way that I lived, it would take 2.5 Earths to sustain the resources. I use 4.2 global hectares, and 64% of my carbon footprint takes up my ecological footprint. The two biggest categories on consumption are goods and mobility. Goods by a long shot. Mobility is kind of on the lower end, but still the second highest. What I can take away from this is, even though 2.5 Earth seems like a lot when you think about it, the U.S. average is actually double that, 5. And the global hectares is also double mine. It's 8 on average, and I have a 4. And I don't necessarily think that I consciously think to live sustainably. I mean, I am vegan, so a lot of the food that I take in is not impacting the environment as much. I eat a lot of just vegetables and fruits, and all of that is locally grown from where I buy it. Mobility was my second highest. A little surprised about that because I don't travel too far for what I do. My job is pretty close to where I live. My gym is pretty close to where I live, so everything that I need to do is kind of all clustered together within like a 10-minute drive. So I don't really need to drive too far. But then again, I am using a car, and not public transportation. So it definitely still leaves an impact. What I've learned from this is that I thought I was doing pretty well, but there's still room for improvement, obviously, especially with the goods that I take in. My trash consumption was pretty high. When prompted to talk about it, I realized, and I've never thought about this before, but when I go on trash day, it seems like me and my roommates have more trash out than the average person out there. So that's something that I haven't thought about before, and maybe I could look into to see why we take in so much trash and why we're being so wasteful on a week-to-week basis. You know, it just seems like a lot, and I mean a lot. I think it probably has to do with takeout. I feel like some of my roommates do not cook, so they eat a lot of takeout, which definitely is not good for trash or for just processed foods in general. The relationship between my consumption level and my ecological footprint is they're directly related. So the more that we consume the more that I consume is the more impact that I have on the environment. So limiting travel, or at least sustainable travel, and limiting the goods that we take in will definitely impact my score a lot, because everything else is pretty low. My shelter is pretty new, so we don't really have problems with our shelter being too costly to the environment. And the only big section was goods. So really trying to tackle on why we take in so much trash, and seeing if we can fix that, I think will be a good step to being more sustainable as a person and as a community. So I look forward to what you guys have to say. If you have any questions or comments, and I'll talk to you guys later.